I realized this morning that, I get, I wake up and I instantly look through the news. And I realized this morning that, somebody asked me last night, said I should write a letter for literally saying to the people of the future for whom I write, this is what it looks like today. But I got up this morning and I took a look at the news and I took a look at the aerial photographs of the White House. And it just hit me that in this moment, in this week, we are looking at the cover of a million books written about the Trump era in the future and a million documentary films. Because if you look at an aerial view of the White House right now, compared to what the White House looked like a year, when Biden was in office, in place of the Rose Garden, the world famous Rose Garden, which was small, and I got to see it. I've been to see it. It was small and it was sort of intimate. And in place of that now, that's been paved over to look like one of the patios at Mar-a-Lago. So the Rose Garden is gone. Now you got this sort of patio that looks, as somebody said, like a Panera. And then the east wing of the White House is gone. It's rubble. It's a construction site. It looks just like it's like a hellscape because it was all torn down. And now on the south lawn of the White House, that sweeping expanse in front of the White House, there is a giant Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC, arena being built for the cage matches that Trump has scheduled for his birthday, his 80th birthday, June 14th. So you've gone from this image of the White House that was really very traditional, the green lawn and the roses and the original piece of the building that had been added onto and so on, and the East Wing, to a paved section, debris and construction, and an Ultimate Fighting Championship cage match arena to seat 5,000 people on the front of the South Lawn. And you just look at it and you think, like, the historians whose great grandparents aren't born yet are going to look back at that image and they're going to say, well, I got to have that be the cover of my book, because as a symbol of what the Trump administration has done to the American government, it's just so extraordinarily on the nose. It just really is. And the way the cage match is done, it's set to have sort of this bow over it so that the White House will be framed by it for the television cameras. So that, in the scheme of many of the things that are in front of us right now, is, the least in some ways of our worries. I mean, I care deeply, deeply about the historic buildings of this country, but I care more about the people who are in concentration camps. So on the scheme of things, as much as it hurts to see what's happening in the White House, it doesn't hurt nearly as badly as seeing what's happening to people in American concentration camps, but it still jumps out at you, right? So let's start with that, because there's a lot going on there. And then, of course, once I thought of that, I'm like, oh, then I gotta play it out. But so I think one of the things that's happening, and this has been happening throughout Trump's second term, is he is failing